It's popcorn.
It's popcorn.
But no popcorn today.
The popcorn crop's frozen.
There's a void here. Oh well.
You know, in the snow, you can't get it.
You'll just have to feast on our wonderful commentary and.
They're good. Nice.
Anyway, this is the show where we discuss all manner of things, pop culture, mostly movies. But what's going on in the culture that's interested you lately?
Well, we were talking about it. Obviously, Walking Dead has just begun its second half of the season, which, by the way, I hate how they split seasons in half. I hate it, but I get why they do it. So that was interesting, although I thought it was a little slow, the most recent episode.
Yeah.
As we talked, I guess some of the feeling behind it is they're going to do more character development in this half of the season and not as much action.
Yeah. Which it's weird because so they do these split seasons and what they call it, a mid-season finale or whatever,
right?
Or cliffhanger, or
whatever. Which was good. That
was awesome. That was like
shootout in the prison.
That was like the most violent episode of the show ever. So it seems weird that I've heard that they want to make this season more character-driven and less action-driven, which seems weird to announce that out loud, even if you're going to do it, you know?
Yeah.
But that one was like super heavy on the action, so maybe it's a little understandable if they wouldn't quite go to that level again. But yeah, they're doing this thing where like everybody's been separated, and I heard a little bit of that Talking Dead. I watched that they're going to try to find a way to get them all back. Well, they will. They'll find a way to get them all back together. It just seems strange, though, that if you run off in different directions, how would you necessarily get back together, right? Like one guy goes over here, one guy,
when there's no technology, no phones, no...
Apparently they didn't make up a plan like, meet up at the general store.
Like they tell you in the event of a natural disaster. Make a plan.
If zombies overrun the fence, if the governor attacks, we all meet at the... Yeah, I love those things. The whole family's clueless.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool, and it seems like every day you hear about some new thing coming on. I guess they're unloading a bunch of sort of spring, or they're trying out some winter shows or whatever. There's something coming up called Crisis or whatever on NBC.
That looked interesting.
Does look cool.
It's probably one of those I'll forget to watch.
Yeah, I know.
It looked interesting.
You'll probably DVR it, and then one day...
And then, you get behind and it starts deleting the first one, so you can't do anything. You just got to delete all of them.
Yeah, just delete them all.
Sucks.
And I did like in the Super Bowl, they showed a couple of teasers for 24. That's coming back, so that's good.
Now it's going to be like a mini-series kind of, right?
Right. I think it's 12 episodes.
And he's going to be in the UK, I believe. Nice. Yep. Good.
Anarchy in the UK.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And we talked, Broad City, just another little kind of...
Yeah, on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Female-driven comedy.
Female-driven. It's so weird, though, how like it's very similar to something like It's Always Sunny or Seinfeld, in that it's just a different, like... It's like, okay, they're getting stoned all the time, and and they're females, and that's the bit here. But it's really just sold on kind of the dialogue, and I got some chuckles out of that. Of course, we got the Olympics going on, which doesn't really do much for me, so I don't know what to say.
No, especially with the time difference.
Yeah.
Because, all this stuff obviously is happening when it's morning here. Mm-hmm. And so I'm getting like the text messages or the alerts, I should say, from like KSDK. Mm-hmm. Olympic spoiler alert in real capital letters, and then they tell you what happened. Well, sometimes you can stop at that first line, but other times you kind of glance down and see what it said.
I know, come on.
So, like yesterday they blew the whole Shaun White not medaling in the half pipe, which was kind of a shocker. You think he would have won gold.
No doubt.
So
how many hours are they ahead? Do you know?
I don't know for sure. I mean,
it's like at least
7 or 8.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I mean, it's something like that. Because in the morning, I mean, when around, maybe early afternoon, this stuff's going on there. So at least 5-6 hours at least.
So it's funny because I did hear this morning. Yeah, I don't really care about spoilers, so I'm listening to NPR. They're like, "Yeah, today so and so did this." I'm like, it's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
But they are. Yeah, whatever.
The more intriguing storyline there is just how crappy the facilities are, and we were talking about this earlier. Yeah. The water's all. Looks like
poison water.
Like apple juice. I mean, it looks. That's what color
or
it is.
Something. They said it looked like beer. But that's what it looked like.
And the toilets that have no divider, and they're like, it'd be like you and me sitting here on, like
with 2 chairs across from us.
Yeah, so someone can watch.
Somebody can like face us while we're and that really seems strange. And then it's too bad. I mean, it looks like that whole opening ceremony. I can't really watch that, but it looks like it was a whole great thing, except for that one goofy thing where like one of the snowflakes didn't turn into an Olympic. I'm like, how can you not get that right? I mean, it just seems weird. But I really, from everything I heard ahead of time, I thought like people were going to be getting injured and all these things. I thought it was going to be a disaster.
Right, and then of course the threat of terrorism.
Yeah, threat of terrorism.
Big there too.
Black widows out there.
Yeah, right.
Just so bizarre. But right now it just looks like almost every other Olympics you've ever seen. It's just in Russia. Yeah. So. But yeah, there's something about that whole thing that I just don't quite get. Maybe it's the fact that you're only seeing this every 4 years or whatever for the Winter Olympics, and I don't even get it at the summer ones too. So screw it, Sochi, not my thing.
I will watch the hockey, or when.
Oh yeah, well
that'll probably be spoiled too, though. So
haven't they been playing that already? But just
the women have definitely been playing, and the men probably start soon. Because the men went over there just a day or two later than it started.
Oh yeah.
So obviously most of them are in the NHL. So a lot of Blues there though. So hopefully they stay healthy.
Have you seen the TV promo for the women's thing?
No,
I swear I thought I saw one last time. This what I think I saw is at bowling, and so you couldn't hear the sound or anything. But they were showing promo for women's Olympic hockey, and they were showing a bunch of shots of women like punching each other in the face, like elbow. Just it looked like the most violent scenes they could find. And
sure they did.
I'm assuming the voiceover was something like, "It's just like men's hockey. Don't worry, you're gonna get your dose of violence." It's so bizarre. And then they'd cut to smiling faces of women. Or like, shouldn't he show them with their like teeth knocked out or something?
A little ironic ad, I guess.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. So, what else be going on? Well, you got the old spring training. Isn't that next week for the old Cards?
Pitchers and catchers are there today.
Oh, there you go.
By the time this airs, it'll be a few days later.
It's on.
They're there. They're throwing. Yep.
The Redbirds are back.
They're back in business, baby.
Back in business, and.
But with the weather we're having here, it's like I don't even really, because for one, not much is happening now, but I don't want to see the reports of all sunny Florida and just make me depressed.
Yeah.
I'm here in sub-zero temperatures.
We really are getting, this is pretty brutal. I mean, for a while I was kind of like, oh, this makes me nostalgic for Minnesota, and then you're like, oh, yeah. After a week or two, you're like, this sucks. But what about the old, so I didn't even know this dude, was it Michael Sam? He's on Mizzou? Mm-hmm. Or he's done at Mizzou.
Yeah, right. He is going into the draft.
And he's going into the draft, and sort of the big. Yeah. Guess it's like Missouri's getting mentioned a lot in the national news. That's something.
Well, I mean, is Missouri normally connected with gay rights? Yeah, not really. So
maybe. Yeah. I think Jon Stewart even had a thing like, "Wow, you just didn't see it coming from Missouri." Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. This was just one general manager, but he was quoted anonymously as saying that he's not even going to get drafted.
Yeah, I heard that.
And not that it was all about him being gay, and obviously that is a first for an openly gay NFL player. So when he will catch on with somebody, even if he doesn't get drafted, which I find hard to believe. He was one of the SEC Defensive Players of the Year this year.
I thought he was like #1 defensive.
I wasn't. Yeah, either he was the or like the co.
Oh, okay,
something like that. But I mean, I forget. But anyway, I mean, the guy. Not to say he's like whatever would have been thought of as a first-round pick or anything. But I mean, I think consensus was he'll probably get drafted somewhere later in rounds. Now, after this announcement, I guess it is fair to ask what will happen. Will teams not want that kind of controversy or any kind of rift in the locker room? I really don't know.
I just heard an odd comment on ESPN, which it's kind of hard to tell. Like some of their commentators, like I think those Mike and Mike guys are fairly progressive and stuff. But I don't know, these dudes I was listening to, I guess it was the rush hour kind of thing, whatever they call that. Anyway,
the fast lane
or something. Yeah, Randy Carrick or whoever.
Yeah, and like
DeMarco. Like one of them seemed to be like I don't know, just like they were kind of seemed like making slightly homophobic jokes. It was mostly about some guy dressing up in some kind of flamboyant outfit in the Olympics. Or like, oh, he looks pretty or something like that. and then like one of them said something when they started talking about the Michael Sam thing, and we're like. One of them was sort of actually rooting. He said, "Well, I hope somebody does respond negatively because that'll be good for us." And I'm like, "Is that how you're waiting for those controversies?" I mean,
so they have another content of fill on their show or something?
A soundbite from Twitter. Yeah. I'm like, even if you think that, you don't say that on the radio, right? We're waiting for something negative to happen. Yeah. I guess I heard that some of them, that was more than the gay thing. It would just be the controversy they don't want to deal with, but. As Stephen Colbert says, like they played some clip on his show of one of the old coaches saying, all these players would have to deal with the pressure of facing the media and asking their opinion, like what do they think of, are they okay with Michael Sam being gay? And Stephen Colbert's like, yeah, that's a lot of pressure to have to sit there and go, yeah.
Yeah.
or no, I'm not really cool with it, and then move on, I mean, I guess the weird thing is that his father was really like that, like, I can't, he's not accepting of it, so I don't know, it sounds like they don't have a great relationship, but oh well, suppose one day I guess it'll just not be news anymore. We'll just move on. But is that like, was it just the NFL, or was it like all major sports of somebody currently playing who identifies as gay, or is like, do we know of like a gay hockey player or something, or
I don't think
gay baseball player?
There was an NBA player that
Okay.
came out, and he was basically, I forget his name, and I don't follow the NBA too closely, but he was kind of near the end of his career.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think he was necessarily like a marquee player anyway.
Okay.
But he announced it, and he was saying he wanted to play and catch on with the team, and I don't think anyone signed him, and that may have been part of the reason. I don't know. I mean, they're not going to obviously admit that. But also, too, like I said, he was a little older, and I don't think he was the best or greatest player out there. So I don't know.
What's your take on the whole thing? Like, some people are going to be like, oh, all these players that I keep hearing this commentary about things being said on Twitter. Now, I'm on Twitter, but to me, it's just a laugh, right? I mean, I follow comedians. I have people who try to be funny anyway, and I just read their funny little comments. And hardly anybody ever, no, I don't think, everyone, there's somebody favorites me. Nobody ever responds and says, you're an idiot or something. And I guess, obviously, if you're famous, they'll do that. But, like, I mean, I'm not quite totally sympathetic to the whole idea that you're terrified of what people will say about you on Twitter. I mean, can you see that, or?
Not really. I mean, especially if you're a celebrity or public figure, I mean, you have to brush that stuff off because you're bombarded by it.
And it seems
especially
like,
with the advent of Twitter. I mean, now I can go out there and, I mean, I guess not every celebrity's on Twitter, but most of them are. So I can go out there and send them a message and make fun of them. It used to be I'd have to go through their publicist. And they would never return my calls for whatever reason. So.
And the kicker is they've got to have tons of people writing stuff to them. Yeah. So how could you even be reading all that? Like
you can't be. Yeah, there's no
I
way.
Personally would not, like, if I were a celebrity, I just probably wouldn't read that stuff. I would just send out my tweets and whatever, and maybe occasionally. Actually, what I do is I just hire some intern or something. I'm like, just sift through this stuff. If there's somebody you think I should respond to, fine. If somebody says something nice, I'm not going to respond to the haters. Yeah. I don't know how it makes you like depressed or something though. Like you must really be into it and reading a lot of comments to start getting depressed about it. And it's only some stat yesterday was like only 7% of the population, at least in America, I think, is even on Twitter. So it's not like it's. I mean, but
it just opens up another avenue, I guess. I mean,
that's
it used to be like a celebrity. I mean, maybe they get heckled, like a comedian. Maybe you get heckled on stage once in a while. Maybe you're walking down the street and someone doesn't like it and screams at you. Those are probably few and far between. But now anyone can get on Twitter, and also too, I mean, you could be anonymous on Twitter. There are plenty of people who kind of make up a fake name.
Oh, sure.
So, I mean, that's another part of it is they don't know who you are. It's a lot easier to throw that stuff out there if there's no name on it. I just feel like the in-your-face stuff, somebody saying something on the street or in a nightclub or whatever, that to me seems like, wow, they're in your space now. Right. When it's just on a device or whatever, I just feel like, oh, I think I'll stop reading. I mean, Craig Ferguson talks about how he just blocks people that he doesn't like them, doesn't like what they said, blocked, you're gone. Yeah, right. Yeah. And he doesn't even really read it that often anyway, so it's probably... And you can always unfollow someone too. I mean, there have been some people that I've followed and I don't like what they're saying, or they're just irritating, or they're retweeting a lot of stuff that I don't care about, so I just click unfollow. Yeah, I've done that too, yeah. I mean... Sometimes it's just boring stuff, stuff you don't. So I don't know, kids, kids. I just want to say, for all the kids out there. I just want to say, and maybe you've already moved on to the next 3 things beyond Snapchat. Twitter. Yeah. So maybe this doesn't even apply to you, but I think you got to kind of get it into your mind that whatever people say about me on Facebook, Twitter, that kind of thing, they feel emboldened to say this because either they can be anonymous or they're typing it in the safety of their parents' basement or whatever. You got to try to sort of form the real relationships out in the world and not worry too much about it. That's my advice to the kids for today. but the one point of why don't you just totally unplug? I would unplug if I was a celebrity and I was pissed off, but the one guy was saying that it's really a good marketing tool as well. So if you're wanting to really market a brand, and maybe that's part of it is responding occasionally to your fans and stuff like that. If you really want to get those Nike contracts and have that social media influence, then you might have to suffer through some. And it's free marketing. Free, totally free. You're totally free to join. And if you're a celebrity and you have 3 million followers, that's 3 million people you can get your message out to for free. And apparently, maybe not all of them will read it, but Many
Yeah.
will, and then they'll retweet or whatever.
And that whole announcing things, apparently a lot of things are just announced on Twitter. So it's whatever. It'll be over in about, I don't know, I'm going to give it 10 years tops, and then we'll be on to something else. Facebook, it's going to be over. Something's going to come around. Goodbye. Although I got to say that Mark Zuckerberg, he looks like he's always trying to figure out, like, how can I keep the others away from me?
Well, if you notice on Facebook now, they're doing like trending topics.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, they're copying off Twitter there, right?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, they constantly evolve to try
I
to...
do kind of like that. That's the thing about Facebook is, I mean, you only get the stuff you like. So if you go like a celebrity or a band, you'll get their update, but you're not necessarily, before those, you're not really seeing what else is going on out there. But now you can kind of see what people are talking about and what's trending, and you click on that and you get to see, you know, all of the people who you might not know. That's one thing I like about Twitter. I can kind of click on a topic and see all these different people commenting who I might not know who they are. On Facebook, you wouldn't see them because they're not your friends.
Okay. So where is that trending thing? Is that like, where is it on the screen?
You go in, there should be a little list. I often use the app, so maybe it's different than what you're using. But there should be something like trending topics, and you'll see what's trending. And
That's
on Facebook, it's on the right side.
Okay.
If you're looking at it on a computer. I don't know, the app, you might not see it.
Okay. And it's on Twitter too. Huh. Yeah, now they've got that little logo like an old quill pen, you know?
Yeah.
Anywho, well, folks, we got a lot of other cool stuff. Screw that social media stuff. But we got a movie today called The Incredible Petrified World, and we'll do a little commentary in the little box at the bottom of the screen. And Matt Keeney, he's Matt Keeney. Gary Miley is also going to come in, and we're going to talk about the old top 10 movies that we liked and the top 10 or bottom 10 movies we hated. So stick around for more popcorn. Welcome back to Popcorn, folks. He's Gary Miley. I'm Tim Boehme, as I think you already know. And now it's time for the poetry reading portion of the show. You didn't know we had a poetry reading portion of the show, did you?
I was not aware of any poetry reading.
Well, next time maybe we'll be better prepared. This is a zombie poem that I wrote. It's called Kill and Eat. Gray sugar walk below as you zombies shuffle across and through the lot less vacant with cars and other zombies milling about, and you've got frozen dinners to put away. Not too many stars above or below, and for all you know, there may be no stars now and none before this, just the dry dream of some zombie god. Some zombies have breasts. Some zombies wear corduroy. Some zombies sing sad songs. Some zombies read the newspaper. Thus zombies make zombies of us all and eat the meat not consecrated, except by law and by political zombies and by, let us not forget, the ducats. How much is that zombie in the window? How much to watch zombies have sex with lifers? How much to talk to a zombie live about all your dead dreams? Shuffle or get on the bus. Make peace, make meat, kill and eat. But never ever ask the zombie god, where are we going with this? Your thoughts?
It was so good it melted my face off.
All right. That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, enough of this poetry stuff. Yeah, you can keep that for your collection. We got some movies to discuss, and we made our lists, checked them twice. You probably checked yours 3 times.
I did. I had to make a slight adjustment to mine, actually. But it's only a slight one. I didn't change any of the top 10, just the bottom 10.
Yeah, so we've got, first we're going to cover the top 10 best films of the year, and we do this every year, and we're going to go in reverse order or whatever, so the least best first, and all the way to the best. That's just
10 to 1.
all right. So take it away with number 10.
All right, my number 10, top 10 film of the year. My number 10 was Inside Llewyn Davis, the Coen Brothers film about an artist trying to make it in Greenwich Village in the early 1960s, right when the folk movement was happening. I thought it was pretty fantastic.
Really well done character study. I like that. My number 10 was The Counselor. I forget. Does that make your list anywhere?
No, it didn't
Okay,
make my list, but like
Yeah.
I said, we didn't, or like I was thinking, we didn't do the top 15.
Yeah, right. But it might have made the So
Yeah.
good. Yeah, Ridley Scott
I want to see
directed.
the unrated cut that's coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah, another 18 minutes, so it should be more interesting.
More of Cameron Diaz on top of a car, I think. All right, number 9 for you.
Number 9 for me was Before Midnight, the third film in the Richard Linklater saga of Jessie and I can't remember her name.
Jessie?
Julie Delpy is the
Yeah,
actress,
Julie
isn't it?
Delpy and Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke. But I thought it was fantastic, and I liked it just as much as the other two. And it was definitely one of the best films of the year, in my opinion.
It's so weird. I had that exactly as number 9 too, and yeah, just you said it all. Before Midnight, folks. If you haven't watched the whole trilogy, you should go for it.
Before Midnight, Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, and now Before Midnight.
There you go. And the next one's going to be called Before Twilight.
Before Dawn.
Number 8.
My number 8 is, I had Before and number 9. My number 8 is actually behind The Candelabra.
Before and behind.
I thought it was pretty fantastic. Very, very profound character study about Liberace, and it's supposed to be a true story. I've never read the novel that it was derived from, but Steven Soderbergh directed, highly recommended.
You just made me wonder, like, if there was anything, like, there's supposed to be a wink in that title, like, the candelabra is a phallic symbol, and we're behind the
I think it was like always sort of a signature thing for him, that candelabra on top of the piano. So
okay.
I don't know.
That's a weird signature thing.
Yeah, well, you know.
My 8 is also weird. Only God Forgives, a movie we both liked. And did we see that, like, totally by ourselves
I
in
did.
that theater?
I was going to say, yes, I did like it, and yes, we did see it.
Like, nobody else
Totally
was
by
there.
ourselves.
That
I
movie-
actually considered putting that one on my top list and my worst list, just to be cheap.
It's it does draw strong responses. Some people hate it. I just think it is kind of a mishmash of things like Eyes Wide Shut, or Kubrick and David Lynch and maybe one or two other directors. But to me, if it's all done well enough, I don't care if there's a little bit of
Very atmospheric, very little dialogue. Pretty awesome visual imagery, though. I really enjoyed it.
good stuff. Ryan Gosling still getting it done. Number 7.
Number 7, I got The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug.
Benedict Cumberbatch is the Smaug dragon. Yeah.
Right, and the Necromancer too. He played both
Oh,
parts.
interesting. Like they couldn't have a separate. I mean, come on.
I guess, but
At
they
least-
must have heard Benedict Cumberbatch talk and be like, "Excuse me, sir."
Yeah,
We need
yeah.
that voice.
You're awesome. Or maybe they're doing some thematic link, like somehow Smaug is connected to
The
Sauron,
Necromancer.
the forces of Sauron, and yeah. So, well, I think that was a pretty well done movie. Just didn't make the old list for me this year. First one did last year. For my number 7, I have All Is Lost.
All is lost.
I was just seeing in the Entertainment Weekly, like, oh yeah, Robert Redford didn't get a deserved, but yeah, he really deserved a Best Actor.
Yeah.
Nod.
It was a truly commanding performance.
Yeah, just it's all him. There's like maybe one other guy in the movie, and I don't even know if you ever
No,
see
I
his
don't
face.
think there was any other guy.
I'm just saying the person at the end. I mean, you see a form, right?
Yeah, you see
so
like a hand.
a form. So you see a hand actor, hand model. All right, take it away. Number 6.
Number 6, I got the Spike Jonze masterpiece, Her.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty
I thought
good
it was
stuff.
a brilliant examination of our culture and as far as how we're interacting with technology and everything.
We seem to be headed in that direction. Just wake me when you've got the the robots that are look like people. That then I'll have the relationship with the robot girl. That kind of, I don't want to just do
the girl from AI.
Yeah, right. I don't want to do the robot voice though. That's just not. I mean, maybe it would be fun to talk.
Scarlett
to.
Johansson didn't sound very robotic, but she definitely had sort of a naivety to her voice.
Yeah. Well, it was weird how they played her as like an AI that was just growing growing constantly. So for my number 6, I got the old Dallas Buyers Club and Matthew McConaughey. I really think he's gonna take that Best Actor thing, and I just want to recommend to you, Mr. McConaughey, that you've already said the all right at the Golden Globes, so I'm just going to recommend you don't do that again. It's really become your sort of equivalent of faux shizzle, my nizzle. It's played. So I would drop it at this point.
I think he's going to do it.
He probably will, and he
he's
shouldn't.
gonna do it.
He should listen to me. Okay.
Yeah. Number 5 for me was actually on his list. We just spoke about it. All Is Lost. For me, it was number 5. I felt like it was, like we said, transcendent, and I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So.
And my 5 was, usually I have a couple more of these on the list, a sci-fi kind of or a comic booky kind of thing. This is the only one that made the list this year, Star Trek Into Darkness, and
that one was good.
pretty well done.
Yeah. I can't say I liked it as much as the first one, but I don't feel like it had the lag that most modern-day sequels have.
Yeah, and I really like all the winks and nods to Wrath of Khan, and even Space Seed, the episode where Khan first appeared in the original series.
I enjoyed it.
Alrighty, what's your next?
Number 4, I've got Nebraska, the Alexander Payne film. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Bruce Dern's fantastic in it. I mean, really, it's a pretty quiet, I would say almost minimalistic sort of film, but it's very good. I recommend it. You
know, it's kind of cool. I could take some of the movies you made and probably a few others, and I could come up with another list of 10 that even if I had to give this as my 10, I would still be this is a dang good list so it's a good year for movies.
Definitely.
My number 4 was Out of the Furnace. Really, I think that's just super neglected by the Academy and pretty much everyone else, and I have to think it's because all the love is going to the other one, American Hustle.
Yeah.
That's the Christian Bale movie that we're going to get behind, and maybe the studio that for Out of the Furnace that produced that maybe they can't compete with that money wise. But you need to check out Out of the Furnace on DVD.
I enjoyed Out of the Furnace. I really liked Woody Harrelson's performance in it. I felt like he was kind of like the simmering tension of the whole film.
Oh yeah, he sure kept things edgy.
Yeah. So then I got number 3. Looks like I've got The Wolf of Wall Street, Martin Scorsese's most recent film. I mean, it's pretty much pitch perfect, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was pretty funny, and I also thought it was pretty much sort of a profound examination on greed and really our modern day Wall Street. Gordon Gekko is Jordan Belfort, I would say.
Yeah. And I would add to that, if I think of the people nominated, I didn't see Captain Phillips, so I can't say it. Well, no, Hanks didn't get a nomination for.
No,
so of the people nominated, I think for Best Actor, if anybody would be deserving just as much or maybe more than Matthew McConaughey, I'd go for Leo. And
McConaughey is kind of the foregone conclusion at this point. But,
but
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody can win again.
No, he can't. Number 3. I have Blue is the Warmest Color.
Missed that one.
Yeah, it's a French movie, which I think this might be the first time ever. I'll admit that I'm a little lax on seeing the foreign films, and this might be the first time. No, one year I had Swimming Pool on my list pretty high up. So the French usually find a way to get to me, especially when they get erotic, which
Parlez-vous français?
Erotique. This one is very erotic, but it's also 3 hours long. So if you're watching it just for that, you're probably going to get bored. But I love the sort of portrait of real life that is in this movie.
Yeah, it was very, very highly acclaimed. I wanted to see it, but I just missed it.
Yeah.
So my number 2 film, I got The Place Beyond the Pines.
Good movie.
It was released earlier this year, and it also has Ryan Gosling in it and Bradley Cooper. But I think it's kind of gotten a little bit overlooked.
Came out too early.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it came out too early. But it's very good. It's the less you know about it, the better, I would say.
I wish I had known something about it that kind of.
I knew nothing about it going in.
Well, that's good. Yeah, there's something about the way the movie's constructed that it's sort of like it's nice to be a surprise.
Definitely.
And that's my one regret that I saw that in the theater, and it was a long time ago, and then I didn't watch it again because if I had watched it again, it might have made my top 10 list too. So my number 2 is The Wolf of Wall Street. So I think we've already talk the heck up out of that, but
it's awesome.
If you haven't, I think it still might even be in theaters somewhere.
It definitely is.
So go see it. Yeah. Your number 1, sir?
My number 1, drum roll, 12 Years a Slave. is
Oh
my
yeah,
number one film.
yeah. I could see that.
I just have to say I thought it was the most affecting of all the films I saw this year, and really I feel like it's probably one of the most important ones too. So.
And I think that's a good odds of taking the best picture, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Gravity's kind of got this second win push coming
Holy
in.
cow!
Yeah, from what I've heard at least.
So, and I totally agree. That's a great movie. My only qualm, or just I thought maybe tonally that they stayed a little too much in the sort of dread and terror, almost, that kind of. I like movies to have a little bit more of an up and down, but it's so well acted, so well filmed, and everything that it's just
35 days with one camera.
Wow.
That movie was made in 35 days with one camera.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
How's that possible? That doesn't seem possible. Anyway, my number one is, talk about one camera. Upstream Color, which is definitely the cheapest made movie on this list, but it doesn't look cheap. It's another great short, another great low budget movie, what do you call it, independent film created by Shane Carruth, who also made Primer. This one didn't get quite as much play. I mean, it had an initial kind of splash when it was like, oh, Shane Carruth is back with the new movie, like nobody saw it coming. But I think he released it himself, he promoted it himself. He had people working for him, but I think maybe I would have gone for still the old system of trying to get some company to distribute for you, and it might have broken through more. But maybe he was just more interested in, I want to experiment not only with the filmmaking, but with how the filmmaking reaches people. Because it got to me, I mean, I had that I don't think it was ever released in St. Louis, but within like a month, it was on the shelves at Blockbuster, and so.
Didn't he have like 5 or 6 different hats during production? Like he did like.
Oh,
the
he
music,
does. Yeah, he always
director.
does a lot of different. He does.
Yeah.
He writes it. He stars in it. He scores it, and then you look at things in the credits. You can see like other Carruth, like family members and stuff like that. So I just think it's really a well put together. The other thing is it's got some really interesting sort of sci-fi ideas, but done in a very subtle way.
I would say I like that film a lot, and it would probably be in like my top 20 or so. But my biggest complaint of that movie is it is very, very, very convoluted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those ones that's going to take you 2 or 3.
And it gives you zero exposition. You will not hear anybody in this movie explaining to you what the paranormal phenomena is that's going on, and there is paranormal phenomena. So if you need to have that kind of character, the Scully or whoever, the Mulder, giving you well, it could be this and it could be this, but it definitely is not that. I mean, then this ain't going to be the movie for you. But
it takes patience to watch.
It does take, and you probably do need to see it twice to really fully appreciate it. But speaking of movies that we're not even going to try to appreciate, we're not going to watch them a second time. Coming up next, folks, we have our 10 worst films of 2013. We each have our lists again, so come on back for some more popcorn and for some terrible, terrible movies. Bad movies.
Bad movies, bottom 10.
Well, I'll start with my...
you do your bottom 10 first.
Fix my thing here.
Fix your microphone.
Fix my mic. Okay. So my 10 here is, my 10th one is Dead Man Down. It's like right away with that title, you're like, this is not right.
I haven't seen Dead Man Down, so I probably won't have much to say about it.
It's just Colin Farrell is really, to me, he makes some crap. He makes some good films, but he also does not mind signing on for crap, and this was crap. So
he's the modern day Michael Caine.
Exactly. There you go. I guess he's just cashing a paycheck sometimes.
Got to make money. My number 10, and really, I mean, when we say our bottom 10 films, this is the 10 worst films that I saw this year, in my opinion. So I didn't see all the films, so I do want to say that it was a little bit hard for me to put this together because I didn't necessarily think all these films were bad, but it was just the ones I liked the least. So my number 10, as far as least favorite films, Great Gatsby. I felt I was a little bit disappointed by that, and I had a lot of expectations going in, and certainly it got a lot of hype, but I mean, of all things, I think the music probably killed it for me. I would really like to hear the original score that was apparently 86 for Jay-Z's music. So I don't know. Anyway, I didn't care for that one very much.
Did Jay-Z score the movie?
Yes, he
Oh,
did
wow.
the music for the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought when you were complaining about Jay-Z, when we were talking about it, I thought it was like
Just that H to the Izzo part?
Yeah.
No, he did all the other music.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I just barely, maybe sort of liked it, but not great. Number 9, I had Two Guns, and this is the first in a trilogy of badness from Mark Wahlberg.
More to come, folks.
That made my list. So Two Guns was the least bad of the.
I haven't seen that one.
But just crap buddy movie. So.
My number 9 was Kick-Ass 2. I just felt like it was a pretty steep decline from where Kick-Ass 1 left off.
Yeah, compared to how much I liked Kick-Ass 1, I almost want to give Kick-Ass 2 a thumbs down, but I sort of, again, like Gatsby, I barely gave it a thumbs up. So.
Right. It was enjoyable, but
yeah,
I didn't care for it. My number, or no, go ahead.
8,
sorry.
I've got A Good Day to Die Hard, and
What's that one about?
I think that's like a perfect summation for that franchise. This is a good time to not make any more of these movies.
This is a good time to think hard before you make
another
another
one.
one.
It's dead now, and it's almost like you could see, like they set up somebody who is John McClane's son, like maybe he'll take over. And, no, it sucks. It's just, I would just.
I haven't seen it, but I really don't care to.
No.
So my number 8 was the Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy film, The Heat, which I know made a lot of money in the box office and people liked, but I didn't see it. And nor did I see Melissa McCarthy's other film, that Identity Thief, that apparently was even worse than this, but I don't know, I didn't care for it.
So you say you didn't see what other people saw in it? Is what you said,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you did see Identity?
I did.
Oh, I did see that one. Okay. Well, I don't know that one. My brother had that as number 1, if you can believe that. But different
it's funny
strokes
in
for
parts.
different folks. You
It's
know?
funny in parts.
My number 7 is Broken City. That's the second of the bad Mark Wahlberg movies that came out here, and it's just really just a total snoozer. And Russell Crowe, he also will sign on for some of these just half-baked things.
He's got Noah coming out. Come on, give it up for Noah.
That looks okay. Although we were watching a trailer for it last night, we're like, my brother and I were like, "Hey, this looks cool. Yeah, flood, ark," and then suddenly they show a shot of like asteroids or something coming from space, and I'm like, I don't know about that. You know
who directed that?
Is that Ridley Scott?
Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky. Yeah, that could be.
I think it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah. Your number 7?
My number 7 was a film called You're Next. We actually saw that one in the theater, and at the time it wasn't terrible, but just when putting the list over, I just couldn't not include it. So
There you go. And you're not really a big fan of horror movies, right?
no, they're not my forte.
Okay. Number 6, Stoker. Now, the problem starts right with the title again here. It's usually a good indicator if they didn't, come up with a crap title. In this case, it was like a misleading, because when you think Stoker, you think of Bram Stoker, you think vampires or something, and this had nothing to do with any of that. This is some kind of weird, dysfunctional family kind of drama with a little murder, I think, thrown in, and it was just very...
Wasn't it Mia Wasikowski?
And Nicole Kidman, and just...
It's a Korean director, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With
Yeah.
Park or whatever.
Just not...
Supposed to be and I heard it was
Yeah, it's one of those indie films that just kind of meanders and never does anything interesting.
Doesn't really amount to anything.
No.
My number 6 was Iron Man 3. I'm sure everyone out there is probably throwing their tomatoes at the TV screen. or
Not
their cups of
everybody.
drinks, but once again, I didn't see every movie, but it just didn't do it for me.
I gotta say, to me, it was just strange how I think I'm a broken record here, but another barely thumbs up, or maybe a little bit stronger than that, but just like they made basically, it was like the Lethal Weapon Iron Man, right? I mean, that was like the version, just very bizarre.
I think there was someone that mentioned that before. They were like, "Oh, it's a Shane Black movie."
It's another Shane Black movie. It's set at Christmas, and you got your guy who's on the edge.
A building that falls off of a beach.
Right? Oh yeah. My 5 was Crawl Space, and this is like some Aussie film that it's sort of like if they had a good script, they could have maybe done something here, but bad script, and then they coupled it with crap effects, so Just nothing really engaging at all about that movie.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that movie.
No. It's one of those that sucks you in just with a decent cover at the, if you're still going to the video store or whatever, see that cover.
One of those ones that you watch and you're like, well, now I got to know how this ends.
And I got to admit, I think there was a hot chick in the cover, too. So, What about yours?
I've got Crystal Fairy as my number 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's Michael Cera
That
and
looked horrible.
Gabby Hoffman. I really did not care for it.
Good Lord.
Michael Cera plays a kid that's looking for cactus out in the desert to use for illicit purposes.
I think there was some other Michael Cera movie I saw that probably should have made my worst list, where it was similar kind of thing. It's like, let's hang out in the cabin something or somewhere, and it was just, oh man, I wish I could remember that. It was goofy.
Yeah.
He's made some bad choices.
Yeah, well, he's probably got enough money.
Speaking of, here's the king of bad choices, Charlie Sheen, playing another character named Charles, or Charlie. This one's called A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III. I think it was directed by Roman Coppola.
It's supposed to be pretty autobiographical, isn't it?
For Charlie Sheen, or for, who knows? I mean, he plays some artist. He's not, like a graphic artist or whatever in the movie, but so maybe that was a stand-in for whatever else he's doing. But just another one of these rich guys who's just a jerk and womanizer, and you've seen it a zillion times before, so don't see this one.
Yeah, I'll skip that one myself.
Yep.
My number 4 was Oblivion with Tom Cruise. And, I didn't think I certainly felt like the production values were pretty fantastic, but it didn't move me. That's all I'm going to say.
The one, I actually like that movie, but if I were to launch a complaint against it, it was just severely derivative, let's call it that way. I mean, if you've seen a lot of other sci-fi movies, you're like, oh, here comes the howl, here comes this, here comes that.
Maybe that was part of my problem, too, is that it was so plotted, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's sort of weird when the kiss-off line at the end is just like, F you, right? That's basically what he says with you. My number 3 is called Generation and it's sort of like something you say as you watch this movie. What am I watching
What
here?
generation made this?
So, I don't know. I think it wanted to make a statement or something, but it's just very oddly constructed. There's almost no plot, and I can appreciate a movie like blue is the warmest color if you're giving me a slice of life or whatever that's really interesting, or like it's poignant, but there's no poignancy here. It's just random, like they're eating ice cream, they're driving around, Keanu Reeves is filming random stuff. It's just boring. So.
Yeah, I didn't hear very good things about that one at all.
Not good.
My number 3 film was the ill-fated After Earth.
Oh yeah.
I have to admit, I didn't see this one in the theater. I did catch it on television, so it probably lost a little bit of the spectacle that it had. But you want to talk about predictable? It was definitely predictable.
Well, the one thing that might not have been predictable is that they sort of fooled you into thinking it was a big Will Smith movie, and it was mostly Will Smith sitting around and Jaden Smith doing that, like, oh, I'm going to hand off the torch to him, and I don't know. People complained about Jaden Smith that he couldn't act or something. I
don't think he was terrible.
No, and that was another one. Like, I actually wanted to put that on my worst list, but I kind of thought, I don't really hate this, but I just don't like it either. So anyway, my number 2, I have my other worstest of the Mark Wahlberg crap fest, and that's Pain and Gain.
Woo!
It's all pain and no gain watching this movie, and it's got The Rock, everybody from The Rock, him, and any character, Tony Shalhoub. They just basically play a roided out cartoon, and nothing, and it's not good cartoons.
And it's supposed to be sort of a true story, from what I understand.
Yeah, and they even put that at one point where they're doing some wacky thing, and they put, this is still a true story, remember? Something like that. Stupid. Michael Bay, just stick to your Transformers stuff, because you don't know how to do this kind of thing. So.
Yeah, that was one that I actually kind of wanted to see just so I could see it, but I had no expectations, or very low expectations for that one.
Don't do it.
My number 2 film was the Arnold Schwarzenegger film, The Last Stand. And I just kind of felt like it was tired. I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it was, once again, pretty derivative. So I don't know.
It's sort of interesting. He and some other people like Eastwood and Stallone, they've made a series of these movies where they kind of like they're acknowledging their age as part of the story. Although to me, in something like Gran Torino, it's done in a much more interesting or maybe subtle way. Whereas with Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they have to do this sort of like, let's ham it up and like we used to, but let's make the I'm old as part of the joke. And it's getting a little bit of an old joke. I mean, so I would kind of move on to something else.
Yeah,
there.
and I just didn't like it at all.
No.
And didn't
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, didn't Stallone make a film where he was an aging cop back in like '97?
Could have been.
Could have been called Copland.
Could there have been some land where there was a cop?
Where there was a whole bunch of crooked cops.
Crooked guys? Yeah, he's already done it. So number one, I have the worst of 2013. I have Spring Breakers, and didn't even have to think about that one. It was like I say, it's only Spring break forever. It's like 90 minutes that seems like 4 hours because
that was actually 84 minutes.
Yeah. And you just like, I think they probably wrote only 10 pages of actual dialogue and somehow stretched that to 84 minutes because there's so many looped or repeating dialogue, like and maybe they give you from a different angle sometimes. There's the same footage is shown again and again, like stock footage it looks like of Spring Breakers. So just the characters are hideous. One of the characters, she's a believer, and her name is Faith. I mean, that's the level of intelligence put into that script.
Yeah,
so.
that's
Ludicrous.
pretty egregious.
Ludicrous.
I'm going to say I didn't hate Spring Breakers as much as the gentleman sitting next to me, but if it was bottom 20, I probably would have included it.
Yeah.
But my number one least favorite film of the year was the cult classic Sharknado. I saw it on Sci-Fi, and I only saw it once.
And you actually watched that all the way through?
Yeah, I got sucked in by the story. I gotta see how this ends. There's these sharks in the tornado.
I gotta say, it was weird how that like just blew up on Twitter and everything for a while.
It did.
Like even people like, like I think not JJ, was one of those sort of friends of his said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna write the new ending to Sharknado." And but the only thing really worth seeing is the part where the guy from 90210 takes a chainsaw and like the shark's coming at him from the tornado or whatever, and he jumps up and chainsaws his way through the freaking. So it's weird because they showed that in all the promos, and then when they were actually showing it on Sci-Fi, I'm like, oh, I've got to watch that scene. I've already seen it a bunch of times, but I'm like, let's see the context, right? Context didn't mean anything. That's the only shot, the money shot, and you should, it's crap. So that probably really is worse than Spring Breakers, and like he said, I mean, we're not gonna put ourselves through seeing a Medea movie or anything like that.
No,
we're not masochists here. So,
certainly not.
So if you want a legitimate, like these are the actual worst of, then you need to go to some other critic who's going to really punish themselves.
Some critic who gets paid.
I like the idea of at least seeing something that has the potential for me to like it. Like I didn't think.
But couldn't that be anything really in whatever moment?
Not Sharknado. And like Spring Breakers, I really thought I would like that. Almost all these, I thought there was a possibility that I don't think I saw any of these. Like every once in a while, I'll see a movie thinking this might be some good fodder for the worst list. Like any kind of sequel to Wrong Turn, definitely good fodder. They just crank one of those crap fests out of it. But all these others, I got to say, I thought there was a chance, but. Maybe Pain and Gain, I was pretty skeptical. But
yeah, I would say out of all my bottom 10, I think the biggest surprise for me was probably Gatsby.
Yeah, that was
the one that kind of hit me, and I was just like,
I think Baz Luhrmann needs to mix it up and not do that kind of thing anymore.
I didn't see Australia, but this one, it didn't really feel like it had the same sort of good tension that Romeo and Juliet.
No, that's two crap ones he's made, or just not great. I mean, but go back to Romeo and Juliet.
Unsuccessful.
Both artistically, and at least artistically. I don't know about commercially. So. All right, folks. Well, coming up next, we got a little movie for you that's really probably on not quite the level of badness as what we've got here. And it's only an hour, and we also make funny comments about it. So we're acknowledging the badness and helping you through it. It's called The Incredible Petrified World. So please stay tuned.
Enjoy that one.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome on back.
Yeah. Incredible Petrified World. I'm not sure about the petrified part. Do you? I mean,
It
forest.
didn't seem like any. Yeah, petrified forest, but I didn't see any petrified.
I don't know. Do you know
Well, I guess
anything?
it turns to stone, and they're in a lot of caves and stuff.
Yeah, there's that. So yeah, the idea here, there's this really small subgenre of action movie where it's like, let's go underwater caving, or let's go caving, or there's The Cave. There's a few of those. There's that horrible movie. Well, The Abyss is good, but there's another movie about something. I don't know James Cameron was sort of attached to it, but yeah, The Abyss is really the ultimate movie you want to see like this. But this is not so good, but it can be entertaining. We've got some travelers that go under the sea, down where it's something under the sea, and then they get lost or somehow separated. And anyway, it's a tale of survival, impossible, of course, because they even say at one point, like one of the scientists is like, shouldn't they have, like, how can they survive under that pressure that far below? Now in The Abyss, they come up with some goofy sci-fi reason why that's true, but they don't even bother with that here, as far as I can tell.
They didn't get the bends.
Yeah, right. But really, yeah, I don't know. Do you know anything about like coral or anything like that?
Not a ton. I mean, it is live rock.
Yeah.
Meaning it's living.
And it's like all over the ocean or something?
Maybe not all over, but I mean, certainly in some of the shallower bays and things like that are closer to land. I mean, in Hawaii, that's how it is.
Well, it's funny. They do a bunch of commentary. There's just something to warn you about. Like, hang around past the first 6 minutes, because you might think in watching this that it's just a documentary of some sort. Although they say weird things in this documentary, like that the ocean is a haunted prison or something, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But then they show all these weird, signs, sharks and whales, and then it's like, and then they cut to like as if people were watching this documentary in the reality of the movie, and then the movie begins. So a little strange beginning, but it's got some action moments. It's got some female rivalry. Two women who one wants to get along, the other just doesn't want to get along. And will they ever get along? Who knows?
They don't. It's complicated.
It is complicated. So anyway, folks, stick around for the incredible Petrified World.
The sea, as old as the world itself. It extends over 3/4 of the surface of the globe. The sea, the birthplace of life, the great storehouse of minerals, the prison of haunting mysteries. The ocean is a dangerous jungle. Each creature preys relentlessly upon another. Each animal is equipped with an effective weapon: speed, camouflage, knife-like teeth, poison. Since time began, the ocean has withheld its secrets. Man has ventured merely to its threshold. Oceanographers have, with precise instruments, presented us with a framework of facts. Around these facts, our imaginations reconstruct the eerie, forbidding atmosphere of the deep. Scientists, working with sonic equipment, discovered a mysterious layer which returned an answer to sound waves. This layer measured over 300 miles and lay 1,500 feet below the surface. It was soon noted that the phantom layer rose to the surface at night and descended to the deep water in the daytime. It is composed of living creatures capable of locomotion that are apparently strongly repelled by sunlight. Some oceanographers believe the layer to be made up of plankton. Others suggest that it is a gigantic concentration of fish. The most startling theory about the phantom layer is that it is composed of millions of squid. This theory is supported by the fact that squid are tremendously abundant. As the sun's rays become weak and soon turn into complete darkness, the fish are all black, brown, or silver. In the blackness of the deep sea, the strange phenomenon of luminescence is found. Half the fish that inhabit the darkened waters are able to turn their luminous torches on or off at will. Lower forms of life are known to have this luminous ability as well. Some fish have rows of lights. Perhaps these are signals, signs of recognition. The deep sea squid ejects a fluid which becomes luminous, a counterpart to the ink ejected by his cousin who lives in shallow water. The eyes of many creatures who live in the black world are enlarged and protruding, making the most of the intermittent lights which may reach them. On the other hand, some animals have no eyes at all. They have developed and perfected antennae and feelers. Their entire world is known to them through the sense of touch. Several years ago, a fish was caught alive off the southeast tip of Africa. It was an amazing sight. This animal was supposed to have been dead for at least 60 million years. After this discovery, they found the frill shark. He lived 25 to 30 million years ago. Perhaps there are other such anachronisms to be found in this region about which we know so little, other links with the past. Perhaps we can find the answers to many of these questions. We are not prepared to invade this black wilderness.
What the hell?
About time.
What is this, the National Geographic Channel?
I guess so. I thought this was a movie. My mistake.
Yeah.
We had a great time filming.
Michael Moore documentary.
Most of you know, tomorrow...
Corrupt ocean.
I hope the next film we make will give us a lot more information.
You really think you'll find it much different at greater depths?
Occasionally, a new species may rise briefly to about 100 feet from the surface and be seen by a diver. They return quickly, however, to, about 600 feet. We intend to see what may exist thousands of feet below that.
Matheny, I've had a lot of admiration for the things you've been doing in shipbuilding and navigation equipment. Oh, but this diving bell of yours is sheer nonsense. It's a waste of money.
I'm sorry you don't share our enthusiasm.
Even if it does work, which is doubtful, does that justify the cost involved? Curiosity is one thing, but you spent over $70,000 on a toy.
Have you ever heard of Millard Wyman?
Of course, I've read his books, and I believe he's your brother.
He believes the sea could hold a food supply vast enough to feed the entire world.
You built this bell for him?
I'm afraid Mr. Wyman needs no help from us. He had his practically completed at the time we began.
Then what's the sense of another?
No frontier was ever explored by just one expedition. Our first dive will be in the Pacific. Then we'll try the Gulf. Right now, Wyman is in the Caribbean. He's making his first attempt with his bell somewhere along the southeastern Keys.
This is perfect.
Good. Better take a rest while I double-check the bell.
I'll be ready as soon as I get some clothes.
Craig says our location is perfect. Looks like a big moment's finally here.
Well, Laurie and I are all set. How about Miss Marshall?
Oh, yes, better.
No, never mind. I'll get him to Wyman.
Try to relax, Mr. Wyman. You should be elated, not worried.
I guess I'm too anxious. Look at me and think I was the one going down there.
What's going on? Wait a minute. We shouldn't release anything until I come back up here with the pictures. What do you think I'm going down in that contraption for? Look, we'll have an absolute exclusive on this. Every wire service will get the depth information, but we'll be the only ones with the actual pictures. Now, doesn't that make much better sense?
Come on, lady reporter. The time has come for your promotion. Or should I say demotion?
Well, whatever it is, Skipper, you won't lose me on this show.
I'll go on back to shore and call the office.
Oh, this will make a good picture. Hold it. Thank you. Well, goodbye, fellas.
Good luck, Dale.
Good luck, Dale.
Thank you.
So long, Dale.
I know you're disappointed that Tom couldn't make it, but I just couldn't get him to come out. He asked me to give you this.
Tom can't make
Well,
it.
I hope he knows what he's doing. Because I do.
Oh my God.
What the hell? Can't you like pawn it or something?
It's $3,000 down the drain for Tom.
Dang it. Poor Tom.
I suppose I shouldn't make a fool of myself telling you what this day means to me. Well, you people are taking my place in a way. I feel as if you've been working with me since the beginning.
We're very grateful to be able to have a part in your work.
You'll be going deeper than any man has ever attempted before. I wish I could go along with you.
I know how you feel, Mr. Wyman. But I'll be talking to you every inch of the way.
I know, Craig, but it's not quite the same thing. Well, good luck, Craig.
Thank you.
Paul.
Mr. Wyman?
You girls will let me down now. You take care of these fellows if they get scared. Stand by the dropper. Craig, you ready?
Ready whenever you are.
Air pressure okay?
Fine.
Everything's 100%.
Here we go. All right. Release!
Tilt at 2 degrees. Release 1 pellet from the left ballast tube. Another one. That's got it.
You just passed 1,000 feet, Craig. How's it going?
Everything's fine. Just please 2 fellas get a balance.
Now. Is it getting dark?
No, not yet.
I'm penetrating now. You're almost 1,700.
That's funny. Only half the lights are working.
Checked every cable, no brakes.
Craig, are you okay?
I don't know. The lights.
Craig, what happened?
I think something's buckling.
Craig, what's buckling, Craig?
The cable slipped. We're hanging over to one side. I think we're gonna...
Craig! Craig! Can you hear me? Craig!
Excuse me. Hello? Yes, he is. Just a moment. Mr. Matheny? Long distance.
Hello? Oh, hello, Hank. How's everything? What?
One of my reporters radioed from the ship. He'll interview Wyman before the launch gets out there.
Can't believe it. The conditions were ideal. I see. Yes, of course I do. You can reach me here. I'll be in all day. Thanks for calling, Hank. Your brother's attempt was a complete failure. The bell broke loose at 1,700 feet.
Can we contact the ship?
I'm afraid we'll have to sit tight until Hank's men get into Key West. He promised to call us as soon as he hears from them.
Mr. Wyman, sorry to barge in on you this way. We'll be leaving the ship soon. I wonder if you'd give me some information.
You saw everything. What can I add to it?
Would you mind telling me something about the occupants? I know Dale Marshall, but not much about the other three.
The other three, as you put it, were very brave people. Overconfident as I was.
Well, had they been working with you long?
Laurie and Paul were students of mine at the Institute of Oceanography. Craig joined us a bit later on, mainly, I suppose, because of Laurie's devotion.
Well, did they have any part in actually designing the bell?
No, I'm afraid not. I am the only one who's responsible for that.
Well, what do you believe went wrong today?
I don't know. If I did, it wouldn't help matters.
Well, the bell obviously had a weakness. You must have some idea where it was.
Everything is planned and researched. I don't know the answer.
The public will take a pretty dim view of your research.
I suppose so. But opinion to me doesn't matter now.
Craig. Breathe deeply. Give some to Miss Marshall.
Craig, did we?
Yeah. I don't know how deep we are. You feel all right?
I think so.
Marshall, stop it! Hold yourself!
How much time do you think we have?
Oxygen tank only holds 100 cubic feet.
Well, at least the shutoff valves worked. We could have been flooded when the cable broke. Although I don't know what good it is to prolong the inevitable.
Laurie worked with Wyman for 3 years to build this. Dale Marshall was going to get a big story. You were going to see new sea creatures for the first time. Pretty noble ambitions to be blown up by one engineering mistake. Oh, well, I probably wouldn't have seen any new... Craig. We're not on the bottom. There's light out here. You must be on some kind of a shelf not too far below the surface. I don't see how that's possible, because we've dropped out of the penetration of light. Well, how could we have moved upward? I don't know. At this point, I couldn't care less.
Will we be able to get out of this thing?
Look, at this level, the pressure shouldn't bother us. We should be miles into darkness, but yet we're not. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's check out of here. It'll probably be a long old haul to get to the surface, so just remember, try not to get panicky. Well, you better go first. Give the girls somebody to follow. Right.
Captain! Mr. Wyman! Come here, quick!
Do they have a chance to make it?
The pressure's much too great for survival at that depth.
Then why would they attempt to leave the bell?
Not knowing how deep they went, I suppose they figured it was worth a try.
Isn't there something we can do? Some way that...
No, they'll never make it to the surface even without the pressure. I'm afraid they were crushed the moment they left the bell. What we see is their bodies floating upward with the currents.
Calling ships in vicinity of longitude 23, latitude 75. Please stand by to search the area. Repeating, ships in vicinity of Marlin 8, Please stand by to assist.
JCR 774. We're about a quarter of a mile north by east of original location. I have a diver descending. He'll cover 1,000 yards moving south by west. I'll advise of any results.
Got it. Over and out.
How long do you think it'll take for the bodies to reach the surface? It's been quite some time since we lost them on the sonar.
They may not come up this far at all. Prepare to move out if we don't spot them in about 5 hours.
I know it's none of my business, but didn't you have your own money tied up in that bell? I mean, it was your own project with no affiliation.
None of the universities had any confidence in it. Only myself and those down there.
I understand there's another bell ready, built by an outfit in California.
My younger brother designed it. They'll be interested in finding out where mine failed. I suppose we'll never know the answer to that.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yeah. Use the scientific method, buddy.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're trained in?
Come on, dude.
It's fantastic. There must be miles upon miles of these tunnels.
Yeah. So many of them we could easily get lost. We better head back.
Yeah.
So long, we're getting worried.
Our lives were reprieved today, Laurie. I don't think we should get scared now.
I found the answer to one thing. These rocks are loaded with phosphorus. That's how the caverns are illuminated.
But did you find anything else? A way out?
We might be here a long time before we find a way out.
A long time.
You see, we're a good many miles beneath the surface. The bell went down all right, but it must have rolled into one of these openings. It's going to be a long climb up, even if we do find a way.
What do you mean, if? We'll have to find a way.
Well, it'll be treacherous going, but we'll find a way out in time.
First thing to do is to keep our heads and put something in our stomachs. Saw plenty of fish down there, and we can fashion some spears from the rods in the bell.
You're going back to the bell?
Well, I don't think we'd get very far without our shoes and a few other things.
Look, as long as I'm going to be a caveman, I want to be a comfortable man. Come on, let's go. We better work fast. The tank's nearly empty.
Get out of here while we're still ahead.
Here. Anything else we can take?
This compass will help us more than everything else put together. Let's go.
Right.
soon. There's a storm following right now. Wait. Come in.
Excuse me, sir, but I have something I believe is important.
Yes?
Well, I called to you and Mr. Wyman while I was watching the sonar, but, well, apparently you didn't hear me, and I wanted to keep my eyes on the screen.
You saw the bodies again?
Well, sir, I don't know exactly what I saw, but I'm sure they weren't dead bodies. I saw two of the same masses move practically as they did before.
How do you know they're the same?
Well, the characteristics were identical, and they weren't floating. I'm positive they were moving under their own power.
How long did you have them?
Several minutes, sir. They moved along together, then one suddenly changed direction. I lost them at exactly the same spot as before.
You probably saw some large fish that were curious about the bell.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've seen plenty of fish on that screen. I know this reading was of something else.
You said they changed direction. Currents are pretty strong at that depth.
Well, only one veered off. The other continued straight up.
Well, whatever the objects were, it's a cinch the bodies aren't going to float to the top, and we've wasted enough time as it is.
Sir, it's possible that
That'll be all, Wilson. Return to the radio room. I have problems enough with the storm to contend with.
Yes.
You know, if we had all the conveniences of a kitchen, I'd still prefer barbecue, just like this.
When we leave here, what do we eat then?
Well, these caverns have water pools everywhere. Probably fish in all of them. I also saw some planktonic shrimp back around the rocks.
Must really be late. Anyone as tired as I am?
You better get some sleep, Laurie. You too, Dale. We've been through a lot today, and we'll probably do a lot of walking tomorrow.
Dale and I found the crevice. It's fairly dark inside. At least it will seem like nighttime.
Don't worry about getting cold in there. I'll bet the temperature here doesn't vary 2 degrees.
You make it sound like Miami Beach.
Come on. It's not the ocean floor either.
Good night.
Good night.
Spade.
All right.
Paul.
Good night. Take all this diving gear along with us?
It's too heavy. Leave it right here.
What do you think our chances are? What do you really think?
You sound as though I haven't been leveling with Dale and Laurie.
I know you, Craig. You've got an uncanny ability to hide what you feel.
Paul, I've been diving for quite a few years, but the deepest I ever went was about 200 feet. Frankly, I haven't any more idea about where we are now than you do.
Well, haven't you ever heard of these underground caverns?
I read some theories about the Earth being honeycombed with caverns containing air pockets.
Then the air we're breathing might not be coming from the surface.
Possibly not, if you want to believe theories.
How far down do you think we are?
No idea. Might find out something about the mineral deposits along the way.
Well, I guess only time will tell. I'm going to get some sleep. You know, I'll probably dream about breaking an altitude record in a helium balloon.
think we've made progress.
Can we drink it?
No salt content. Probably good as any well water. It's better.
Can we afford a time out here?
Sure we can, Laurie. We'll rest until you're ready.
Should have kept that. Maybe a while before you get anything else to read.
When I need your advice, I'll ask for it.
Sorry. Didn't realize.
You don't realize a lot of things. You probably never will.
I didn't mean to intrude, Dale. It was just a friendly joke.
Friendly. Well, you just listen to me, Miss Innocent. There's nothing friendly between two females. There never was and there never will be.
Sorry you feel that way. I was hoping we could help one another.
You don't need any help. Neither do I. Not as long as we have two men around us.
Thanks for that anti-feminist rant, Ann Coulter.
Yes.
What the hell?
We need men to help us make decisions.
That's right. And I'll never be friends with you.
Yeah. Wow.
There's no opening. We're trapped.
Take it easy, Dale. We'll find one. She's right. The only openings are small cracks. We couldn't possibly get through them.
We'll have to go back.
No, we shouldn't lose our direction. There's a water pool to the left, about 50 yards back. We'll have to try going through it.
And if that doesn't lead to another cavern?
Then we'll have to drop back to the fork and try another course. That'll mean losing a lot of time.
Well, let's try it.
Yeah, let's go.
Brings back plenty of shrimp. Feel like I could eat about 3 dozen of them.
Said there wouldn't be any shrimp around in the clear water. He's looking for some sort of crawfish.
Just so there are plenty of them.
So what's the difference? They both taste terrible.
I'm going to hunt up some roots for the fire. Come on. What's up?
Take a look at that.
So we're not the first ones to be here.
You know, it's not exactly my line, but I'd say he's been dead about 10 or 12 years.
It's horrible. He probably kept walking until he dropped.
Look, this is the best indication we've had yet. This man could have come down here directly from the surface.
And I suppose he liked it so well he decided to stay here and die.
Perhaps he just lost his way.
Is that any better? Craig! What on earth?
So he's a weirdo. Who else would come down here?
You're so right, Skipper. Listen, I don't care who leads us out.
Hello! Hello up there! Hello! I guess he can't hear us. Come on.
Hello. Are we glad to see you? What do you want here?
Well, we don't want anything, except to get out. We were underwater in a diving bell. The cable snapped, dropping us to the bottom. We left the bell and found our way in here. You see, we were attempting to break a depth record. Oh, I'm Paul Whitmore. This is Craig Randall, Laurie Talbot, and Dale Marshall.
I've been here 14 years.
14 years?
Well, I don't think we want to stay quite that long. Would you mind leading us out?
There is no way out.
But how did you get here? And that fellow back there?
He was killed long time ago. I was more fortunate.
But how did you get here?
The same as you.
And you haven't found a way out in all this time?
There is no way.
This is air we're breathing. It wouldn't be here if there weren't an opening to the surface.
The air comes from a volcano about 2 miles from here.
Are you sure of that?
I'll show it to you. Would you like to visit my home?
Well, I don't know.
It isn't far. I'll take you there. You need rest.
Certainly made this place comfortable enough.
I carried stones here to make pots and flint for fire. Sometimes I traveled to the salt water to bring back seaweed.
Hey, look at the size of this claw. There's no known species this large.
I use it to spear fish. But you have fine weapons. With them we can hunt much better.
Hey, are you positive there's no opening to the top? Even a small one we could hack out with some kind of tools?
I'll take you to the volcano so you can see for yourself. And then you will know as I do.
How soon can we start?
We must first have food. I have enough for all of us.
Do you think he really knows?
I don't think he knows up from down. But we'll have to go to find out if there is a volcano.
Well, there's no sense in all of us knowing. You and Laurie should take a breather.
You want us to stay here for a reason?
Well, we'll probably be taken through some pretty rough places, no telling how dangerous. I'd feel better if you stayed.
You all set, Craig?
Yep. The old man's been up there waiting for over an hour.
Don't you think he's a little eager to show us that volcano?
That's why I want the girls to stay down here.
Never did buy that story about that ship sinking 14 years ago. What do you think he's got up his sleeve?
Well, maybe nothing. But I still think it'd be a good idea if you'd wait down here with Dale and Laurie.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Daddy-o. I'm no babysitter. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll trade places with you.
Okay, you win. We'll both go. I think the girls will be all right as long as we stay with him.
Yeah. Besides, they're planning a swimming party, and we weren't invited.
Too bad we can't get a suntan.
I can do without it. The sun always gives me a bad time. I got burned once at the beach in Oh, well, it's not important now.
We've been here quite a long time. They should be getting back soon.
Are you afraid they'll bring bad news?
I'm afraid I am.
I keep telling myself that old man couldn't possibly be right. I can't make myself believe it.
We'll know soon enough, one way or the other.
You know, I was afraid until I realized that if we do spend the rest of our lives here, we can at least start a new one. Anything that happened in the past can't bother us here.
Don't make me think about it. And let's not start painting any dark pictures before we know. They're here. You're so quiet. Does that mean that...
That volcano's there, all right. Spouting air by the ton.
Then he was right. Well, then...
Laurie!
No.
Laurie, look, it won't be so bad. We took it hard, too, at first, walking down there and all that, but... Look, I know it's not going to be so terrible. After all, we've gotten...
Laurie, listen to me. Please, look, I know how you feel, as though you have nothing to look forward to, but I felt the same way until I realized how really fortunate I am. That is, if you... What I'm trying to say is that, Laurie, I've been in love with you for a long time. I planned to tell you before now, I never seemed to be able to.
Oh, I wish you had. I wanted to hear you say you love me.
Ah, love in the ocean depths. Just
anything goes down there.
Yeah, really. You know.
There are no rules.
It's beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong in this. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
My precious.
Can I join in?
And reports indicate the strike will be settled this week. On the local scene, Marine Research of California has abandoned the scheduled launching of an experimental diving bell. J.R. Matheny, president of Marine Research, is rumored to have lost some $90,000 constructing the bell during the past 18 months. And now for a look at the weather. Early morning fog will cover the harbor area with little change in temperature.
My name is Boehme. I believe Mr. McKean is expecting me.
Yes, of course. Mr. Wyman to see you.
Send him in.
It's the first door. Go right in, please.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you. And
Very pleased to meet you, sir.
Sit down. You certainly got out here quickly.
I came directly from the airport.
Your telegram sounded quite urgent. Suppose you elaborate for me.
Well, I understand you're giving up your plans to try your bell.
We've given it a lot of consideration. The project has been costly, and we've devoted the entire lab to the bell's development. I'm afraid the wisest thing we can do at this time is just give up the project.
Yes, of course, because of the results of mine.
Wyman, if it weren't for your pioneering and research, this bell wouldn't have even been built. When your brother came to work for me, I knew where his ideas were coming from.
You mean your bell is similar to mine?
As you can see, the designs are identical.
But the hatch and the cables, are they the same?
Why, yes. Why?
Mr. Matheny, I'd like to ask you for a personal favor.
A favor?
You have no confidence in your bell because it was patterned after mine, and rightly so. But if I could take the responsibility off your shoulders...
What do you think he done?
I can make the dive myself, in the same location as before.
I don't understand. How can you, of all people, consider doing this when you know that the bell is obvious?
I believe it can be done. I've always believed it. If I can't at least turn my failure into a success, I'll be doing a grave injustice to 4 gallant people.
What makes you think that the results would be any different this time?
Since I returned from the Caribbean, I've been like a man who was living apart from his own soul. I knew there was an answer somewhere, but when I searched for it, my mind just wouldn't function. I think it was because of my condition that I finally discovered where the bell failed.
You found the reason?
The chain broke not at the weakest link, but at the strongest.
I don't understand.
The bell was designed with supports to take a stress 5 times greater than what we anticipated. We even thought of using booms on 2 different ships as an added safety factor. We overcame that with added couplings together with a pellet release system for balance. But in our extreme measures for added strength, we actually defeated our own purpose.
Until we stopped work here, the plans were to use 3 ships for support.
You don't need them. Depending on the overall weight descending, you must equalize the supports to parallel the point of water pressure above and below 2,000 feet.
You mean it's the pressure pushing upwards that causes stress?
Exactly. We went all out for strength and supporting the bell. When it reached the point of water pressure where there was no up and down factor, the couplings ripped off the seams.
Wyman, I know what a successful operation would mean to you, and I certainly want to help, but this has all come so fast. I don't know what to say.
Of course, I wouldn't ask you without offering something in exchange. I have a ship available that will take us to the Caribbean. It's fully equipped. The owner will do everything he can to assist.
I suppose if I didn't go along with you, it'd only be a matter of time before you'd raise some money and be building another bell of your own.
Just mean an unnecessary delay.
However, I'm afraid there's one thing I'll have to object to. You're going under. But if I know that young brother of yours, you jump at the chance. Let's go out to the lab and see him.
I've had to fill it 3 times already this morning.
I suppose that means I'm not doing my share of the work.
That's not at all what I meant. Anyway, we'll have some decent containers as soon as the men come back from the bell.
Well, I hope they bring my camera back with them. I could use it for one of the decorations.
Well, Craig said that they would only bring back the most important things. I'm sure your camera...
Craig said this. Craig said that. Craig said. What is he around here anyway? Some kind of monarch or something? He wouldn't take that old fool with him when he could use a couple of extra hands to help carry things.
I'm sure Craig knows what he's doing.
That's exactly what I mean. I'm fed up with his doing. Nobody's going to dominate me. I'll see to that.
Nobody's trying to.
If you think I'm going to put up with this routine, you're crazy.
Dale, there's nothing I can do to make you feel any better.
Oh, yes, there is. And you're going to start doing a few things my way.
Dale, I don't want to argue with you. Will you just leave me alone?
I'll leave you alone when I get good and ready to. And so will Craig when the time comes.
So that's it. You're not getting all the attention.
You're pretty smug, aren't you? Just because we're all trapped.
That's enough. And Dale, I don't want to discuss this again.
How many more trips is this going to take? This lung is nearly empty.
Well, there's just a few more things I'd like to get down there. You probably have enough air for one more dive. So let's make it count. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on you.
It's 100 feet below me. Wait a minute. Unless I've lost my mind, I see 2 men in the water.
As soon as I spotted the other bell, and they still can't believe it. How is Laurie and Miss Marshall?
The girl's been doing all right.
How long have you been out of air? Only a few minutes. I've got some coffee. Good. There. He's coming around.
Better than the others.
Well, that's just fine. I'm very glad you do.
I will help you.
And that's all I need.
We will kill them.
We will what?
It is easy, like I killed Maurice long time ago. And after we kill them, we can be alone here.
Now, you stay away from me. Stay away! Stay away from me!
Well, maybe I should kill you instead.
Away!
The volcano! 'Cause 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 'c
And the old man?
He was killed in the avalanche.
Here, put these on.
Well, where did you get these?
Never mind. Come on. Come on, follow me.
Easy now, not too much speed. Give her a little slack.
I really can't explain the feeling when we first saw the bell. We'd given up hope and, well, nothing ever looked so good. I do wish the old man had been as fortunate as we are. If Mr. Wyman's up there, tell him that Laurie is fine. She'll be saying hello in just a minute.
Laurie, I think from now on my whole life will be changed. I realize how terrible I've acted. Do you think you can ever forgive me?
Of course I can, Dale. I've always wanted our friendship.
Laurie. Well, little lady, you've got the scoop of the year.
Well, not this time, Jimmy. The story goes to all of you.
I want you to meet your benefactor, Mr. Matt Keeney.
Mr. Keeney, we're very grateful. We have only Wyman to thank. All his idea.
Can't thank all of you enough.
Come on, you people, move back a little. Let's give them room to breathe.
Room to breathe. You know, I never thought about it much, but there's nothing greater.
Well, I don't know about you people, but man, I'm ready for a 2-inch steak. Let's come on!
That was something.
I learned a lot.
You did about the ocean.
I cried.
You laughed.
Yeah.
They all made it, and we've now completely perfected underwater submersion, I assume. Although it is weird to me that like they'll have like a wreck or something below, and it'll just stay there forever, because I guess it's just impossible to. I mean, is the Titanic still underwater? Like it's still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know. It seems like you'd be able to get it out by now, but. Maybe come on, Matt, give me the report on it. Like maybe like one day when they invent teleporters, then it's teleported.
Well, they could like bring it up and make it like a theme restaurant.
Yeah, come on. Or is it a reason just like who cares? Or, yeah, you think you could make a good.
Well, isn't it also like basically a graveyard? Is that respect for the people that died there?
Come on, it can't be that. It can't be that.
Well, also it probably makes a great. You just talked about coral earlier on in the show. A great fake coral reef. I mean, there you go. Fish will use it. And have babies in there. And
it's got to be that it's somehow impossible to drag all that stuff up, because. Yeah, you'd think you'd go, okay, we're gonna make a whole deal out of burying all these people, and we're gonna loot all this stuff, or again, make a museum out of it. But I mean, they take some stuff up, I guess. I mean, like they find stuff and bring
the gold,
the gold
chest.
Be gold, you'll never get my Titanic gold. That's why it sunk. It was just loaded down with gold.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that whole cruise thing, though, I've heard too many cruise stories in the news to ever even consider.
I was never really too keen on going to a cruise anyway, but that really kind of sealed the deal for me. No way. I mean,
you don't want to see
a whole ship full of people throwing up.
Something about sewage rolling down the hallway is a problem for you. What if we comped all your meals? They do kind of good.
Like I said on Facebook, I'd rather be on that ghost rat-infested ship instead of a Carnival cruise. I really would.
What was that about ghosts?
Yeah, it was like some ship that, they, you know, I guess it was like kind of an old ship. They didn't need it anymore. They were towing it somewhere. The line broke, and the thing just starts, you know, floating around in the ocean, and they couldn't do anything to get it around. And somehow there were a bunch of rats on it, and then, since there's no other food, the rats are eating each other.
Oh my God.
And then it was on a trajectory toward like Ireland or Scotland, last I heard. I don't know if it ever made landfall or not.
Dude, I just thought of like, unfortunately, we're going to say this on camera so somebody will steal our idea, but how has there not been like the ultimate documentary on like cruise ship disasters?
Yeah.
You'd have, but I guess the problem is none of these ships would let you.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would sue.
You need to do like a hidden camera expose.
Yeah.
Like send like, you know, people onto the ships.
Yeah. You have people going on all these cruises.
Yeah.
I wonder what the percentage is like of disaster. Like, is it 1 in 10 or something? 1 in 20? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, the past few years, there seems to be a lot of them.
It seems like almost every boat that goes out there, things immediately, like they run into the Bermuda Triangle, and here come the rats, here comes the raw sewage. You know? Well, folks, we've had a good time doing the old pop culture thing with you. So, but, you know, one thing you should remember, till next time, keep popping, Colonel.